Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Tarot with AnneMarie. Let's go straight into our lovely, beautiful combinations with the Ten of Cups. We've got Chariot and we've got the Ten of Cups, and the Chariot represents the home. That's the key word that I have chosen tonight to share with you. Chariot card of many things, home, the Major Arcana card for Cancerians, and anything to do with our domestic life. And of course, the influences that go on in the home. We've got to keep it simple when we're doing our tutorials and having a keyword here and there and helping you fuse it together. It would be alignment at home. And it's a card that's got so many different meanings. It could also mean blissful relationships in our domestic front, happy at home, things of that nature. Even the point where we could say that the Ten of Cups was all about harmony at home. Yes, it could be anything to do with the Chariot, of course, is matters that go on the road. Why? Chariot, old-fashioned word for vehicle, quite simple. But yeah, any road travel, it will be in balance and it will be in harmony. Home, again, if we look at it, that there's divine love going on there at home and how beautiful it actually may be. This could mean that the home is, of course, the family. All is well with the family. Home life is good. And we know it's good, not just because we're saying, oh, yeah, it's good. 10 of Cups. Look at the picture. Rainbows. We did the tutorial on this card the other day. And it represents happiness, fulfillment, blissful relationships, things connected with the family in a very deep way. Let's give you another example. New family. Oh, yeah. Could it mean what we think it means? Yes, it could. It could mean new relationships that feel like family. It could be new things going on for the family, or in-laws, or even the extension of one's family, children, babies, those kind of things. Or for someone that's actually in the domestic side of life and being very lonely, living on their own or something like that, maybe there's somebody new to come in and cherish in their lives, as in that will actually feel like family. Friends can feel like family, can't they? Quite often we hear that. Okay, let's do another card. Magician, word that we use for magician, manifestation. Manifestation with family. We have divine love that's brought about that manifestation. Yeah? They might go, what does manifestation mean with divine love? It means that you've done the work. Same with the family. If we have the word family there, it means that you've manifested your family to be happy and blissful and in a place of, as we put up there, divine love. And so that everybody can actually live in peace and harmony. So yeah, bliss, contentment, harmony. And there we go, blissful relationships manifested. You've got to be willing to want to be in a relationship. You've got to be willing to be available. And you've also got to be somebody that plays by the rules of relationships in order to have a family life or just belong to a pack of humans like that of a family. That's what we've got to do. The High Priestess is a card that talks to us about futures. And yes, it can mean psychic, intuition, secrets to be revealed. Look at it as in the High Priestess is going to reveal something to you in the future that you don't quite know all of the facts right now. Maybe your future is being aligned and everything that you want it to be, what you're wishing for, as in that what you feel would be the family life that you want is there. And of course, it could be that you want a future blissful relationships. If this is what you've manifested or you've asked for or you've done the work for, you've got to think about it, you've got to feel it, and of course, you've got to be in action. You can't just sit and want something and say, oh, I manifested it, or my psychic self says it's coming. If you are not available, if you don't go out, it's very unlikely someone's going to knock at the door. Of course, they could, and they do, but you are limiting possibilities of synchronicity, aren't you, if you don't do something to help it come in. It could also be future harmony, something that is really what you're looking for. You want that family life, you want that blissfulness, or future where you have or receive divine love that leads, of course, to the fact that future family is there in store for someone. So if you're reading with someone, and like, oh, I don't have anybody, the High Priestess is saying it's something that is coming for them, perhaps fate, all those kind of things. But of course, the person that's having the reading must, of course, be in some way open to this. The Will card, again, many keywords. We've chosen the one completion just for our tutorial tonight. Completion of family. What might that mean? We're going to use the word family for the Ten of Cups. Why might it be completion? The World card and the Ten of Cups. Maybe somebody feels their family is complete. Maybe somebody is saying, I very much want to complete my family. Is it going to happen? Maybe it's about the fact that person has finished and completed career, study, travel, things like that actually would allow them now to be in the right place in the world. Because don't forget the geographical side of what the World card means. And of course, the World card is always about studying or having achievements in some shape, manner, or form. Keywords for the Ten of Cups, and I'll be back in a moment. And so that we have some more keywords that you can actually look at on the video later if you want to. Don't forget there are PDFs on my website if you are interested in anything like that. I do have eBooks, PDFs. If you want basics of starting tarot and you want some good professional keywords without learning the entire history of what the tarot cards are, and you just actually want something light, easy reading, if you are interested in keywords, go onto my website and look at the ebooks. They're very cheap, but they are professional keywords. They're not your bog standard that you would find in, shall we say, people call it that horrible word, cheat sheets. So yeah, maybe we are in alignment because we are in a place of completion within our world. Maybe we've traveled, maybe we've got our studies, maybe we've done what we set out to do. And as a result of that, we are in a position to be able to say, family life is actually going to lead us to what we've always wanted and bring about a blissful relationship. If we get the card Judgment, always a good one, isn't it? And we've got Ten of Cups. Now, Judgment, of course, it's one of those cards that people go, not really sure. And I have done a massive 1-hour tutorial on YouTube. You can go and have a look at that. Just put Judgment card and it will come up in the playlist, the pod list. Let me very quickly remind you where that is. Tuesday's podcast. That's what it looks like, and that's where you can find all of the lessons. I began from the Major Arcana, and we went from the Fool through the 22 Major Arcana, studied the first 10, 1 to 10 of Swords, and now we have completed our studies 1 to 10 with Cups. So if you missed anything, you'll find it there on my YouTube channel, Tarot with AnneMarie. If you want to actually find PDFs that give you keywords and you want to start gently, the idea of this channel is quite simply that I'm here to support you. Of course, I teach courses, but I want people to know that there are all sorts of different tarot courses. Do you want to go basic, softly, gently, curious, just dabble? and do the beginners. But start with the major arcana or the court cards or whichever suit you fancy, cups, suits, pentacles, whatever you want. And I've separated them so that you do not become overwhelmed, but you can go gently. And then if you wish, you can go deeper. So if you're not sure and you're curious about tarot, go and have a look at my blogs. I write an awful lot of blogs for the website, and I try to give you a lot of my experience of helping other readers, which of course I supported in the past because I had a psychic and tarot platform. And the readers needed as much support as somebody that would like a reading. Obviously, I had to change hats many times. I know where readers feel intimidated, stuck, thrown out there. I've learnt the cards, but I don't know how to actually, I know the spread, but I don't know how to put it together. I don't know what to say. They asked me this. They said this to me. It was derogatory. I felt awful. I didn't want to take their money. I never want to do it again. Or what the same person calls 5 times, or I spoke to them and they've just told me they've spoke to 10 people. You've got to get used to this. If people select you, it's a bit like saying if you've got 5 supermarkets, it's their prerogative to turn around and go into each and every supermarket and get what they want in that supermarket, and not those days of loyalty, too much choice and variety. So they're going to do that. Don't be hurt by that. As in, and who wants that? I can never be ill or never say no to them. You've got a life too. So it's quite good to actually feel that someone else can actually give them a different perspective. And you might go, oh gosh, did they say the same as me? No, probably not. They've probably given them a similar reading. That's the difference. But they probably will not have said what you've said because you're unique and they're unique. Okay, so if you want to be a reader, working out what kind of reader you want to be, I'm always saying this. Do you actually just want to enjoy your cards? Do you want to collect them? Do you want to just look at the fact that they're pretty? Do you want to understand them? Do you want to be able to read for yourself? Do you want to be able to read for friends and family and not charge for it? Or have you ever really considered a complete full-time career in tarot? Don't think it's not for you. Because the whole reason I started actually teaching courses is people wanted a career. They wanted flexibility. They wanted to live the dream of doing their spiritual work and giving up the 9 to 5. And that is why I started the courses, because they asked me for them. And I was busy enough. So between looking after the readers and providing content and reading myself 5 days a week, then I was also teaching people at all different levels, those that wanted to improve their skill, learn a new method, put it all together, get a bit of support, or I know nothing and I'd like to start from the beginning, or I've dabbled a bit and I'd like to actually go back to basics, please. That's why. And that's why I'm here, because most of the time you will just get, there you go, that's it, finished. You don't need anything else now, do you? You should be able to do it. And that makes you feel that you're not good enough, or that you have now got to blag it. And that's not a nice feeling. Or if that's what you end up doing, it probably does make you feel less spiritual. And I can understand, caught between a rock and a hard place. I've had readers that's actually said to me, I've got no choice. You've got a family to feed and I really don't know. And I've just got to say, I can't say I don't know. Yes, you can. You can actually say, that's it, I can't give you any more. But they've paid. Then just say, right, just pay me for the time you've had. You're in charge. And that's why, do not feel you must do this. You must actually keep them on the line. You must, no. And you know what? If never say to somebody, oh, I can't read for you. You can actually say, I'm sorry, I can't read on that subject. Or I'm sorry that I think we've clashed a bit here. But don't say I can't read for you. And the reason I'd say that is simply, they will think you've seen something. It's awful. They're scared. They are nervous, even though they may be. I'd be scared if someone said that. So what have you seen? Because you never know if somebody has got extra ordinary gifts that you don't actually have. And let's face it, that can happen. People can predict things in dreams, they can voyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and the list goes on. Anyway, I hope you get the message. Let's say someone says, I want to be a tarot reader. What do you think my chances are? And you got this as a power. Yeah, your ambitions are in alignment. And you know what? You might say, hang on a minute, isn't the card of family? How could it possibly be family if we're talking about work? Because you're going to have blissful relationships with the people. The emperor could be your boss, or you're the boss, or the group and the boss. The emperor, it could be that the working relationship we're going into is going to feel really good and happy, like that of a family. I think I mentioned that perhaps in the tutorial the other night, if not, it's on the courses, where I talk about how romance cards or love cards that you think, or family cards or soulmate cards, how can you explain that in a career reading? Because you're just looking at the emotions, and the emotions are about the question. So if someone's saying, how am I going to get on at work? You'll be happy. It'll be in harmony. You probably wouldn't use this word. Unless, of course, you fall for the boss. Might be. You never know. You'd have to look at where it is in your spread, if that was the case. And you'd look at the other surrounding cards that I teach you in the courses. I will be here on Thursday at 5 as per usual, where we will be studying for the very first time change in suit into wands. So, of course, we will be starting with the Ace of Wands. So you don't want to miss that tutorial. So the element of fire. So we're leaving temporarily, we are leaving the cup family and the element of water until we come across them again when we come up to the court cards, which is later on in the year. For now, we'll be looking at the element of fire and the wand family. So that will be Thursday at 5, the tutorial. Thank you so much for your time. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. And don't forget, you can always drop me a comment in YouTube or on my website and ask a question about maybe a pair or something that we've discussed on the tutorials if you're not sure of anything. Courses are available on my website. They are still not vamped up yet because I want to give you all of the courses. We've revamped, so therefore that means all of the beginners, all of the intermediate, and the advanced. So I do not want to load them onto my website with, oh, that's new and that's the old one. We go in with a brand new fresh start. Look at the blogs on the website and have a look at the PDFs. They're all there, and the birth chart calculator. So much on my website doesn't cost a penny. And if you are treading cautiously and you want to know if I'm the real deal, go and have a look, make your own mind up. Hopefully I'll see you in there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye for now.